Welcome to the Ninja X Show. Today's topic, my response to Clark Gregg and The Nerdist. So I found out that Clark Gregg has been bashing fans. He did it because he was defending Captain SJW. I mean, Captain Feminazi. No, that ain't right. Whatever her name is. Anyways, I'm gonna respond to each dumb comment he makes.
I don't know if the expression is butthurt about seeing someone else get a hero that looks like them, but that's because they've always had heroes that look like them.
Heroes that look like me? Last I checked, Spawn doesn't look like me. Black Lightning doesn't look like me. Lady Death doesn't look like me. Wonder Woman doesn't look like me. Blade doesn't look like me. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles certainly don't look like me. Even non-hero characters I've enjoyed, such as Ryu Hazuki and Sonic the Hedgehog, doesn't look like me. Clark Gregg is full of shit.
Agent Coulson is back, and he has a message for the Captain Marvel haters.
There are people who get very bent out of shape about the fact that she's a woman and that Brie's a woman and wants to see women moving into an equal place in humanity to men. Sad. It must be sad to be that kind of dinosaur wandering toward the tar pits.
Bent out of shape because she's a woman? You're so full of shit, it shows. I have no problem with women. My favorite female wrestler of all time is Chyna, and that's because she can whoop your ass. Chyna used to kick men's asses and was the first female to win the Intercontinental Championship belt. I also like Wonder Woman, Alita Battle Angel, Lady Death, Sarah Connor, and Black Widow. So the problem isn't because she's a woman. The problem is her negative and hateful attitude, you dumb cuck. Calling fans butthurt dinosaurs makes you just as bad as she is, because you're using the same negative, hateful attitude that she is using. Get that through your thick skull, you ass clown.
Might seem like strong words from everyone's favorite agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they were very necessary in light of recent events. Captain Marvel hits theaters this week, and critics agree it has one of the best movie cats of all time.
Gary.
I'll be back.
Now, kidding aside, it's actually an important and long overdue step for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which took 20 movies and 10 years to finally give a female hero her own film. While the reviews are mixed thus far, trouble was actually brewing behind the scenes weeks in advance. Before it ever hit theaters, groups of grade A dinguses misunderstood Brie Larson when she said she wanted to leverage her position and privilege to create opportunities for journalists and film critics from comparatively underrepresented groups like women, people of color, and the disabled. Now, these tall babies in the comments.
Dan Casey is a cuck who is full of shit, and he's calling the fans tall babies. He proceeds to lie for Marvel in Rotten Tomatoes. This dude obviously doesn't have a set of balls. Otherwise, he wouldn't be defending Brie Larson, due to the fact she hates him for being a white male. But then again, male SJWs don't have a set of balls anyways. Hence all the virtue signaling. They don't have the balls to speak the truth. They can only lie their asses off.
Proceeded to bombard the Captain Marvel page on Rotten Tomatoes with negative reviews, in spite of the fact that it was still unreleased and they hadn't seen it. These bad faith attacks from deeply toxic fans prompted
My point is proven. He continues to lie and shill for Marvel and Rotten Tomatoes, calling the fans toxic because it hurts his feelings, since no one likes Captain Marvel.
To actually change their website's policy and prevent users from review bombing and trolling films prior to their release.
Trolling? You SJWs are so full of shit. You even misuse the word trolling, you dumb fuck. No one is trolling Captain Marvel. The one to see feature isn't a review post. Get your facts straight, you nutless cuck.
But not everyone is taking this lying down. Actor Clark Gregg stopped by the Nerdist office before the premiere of Captain Marvel to chat all about the 1990s hit MCU prequel. But when I asked him what he hopes audiences will take away from Captain Marvel, well, he had quite a bit to say.
There are people who get appraised very quickly, and that turns out to be the opposite of wisdom. And I think we're seeing some of that in the moment. I think Captain Marvel's a spectacular hero, and Carol Danvers is a really cool origin story. One of the coolest in the comics anyway.
Once again, you're full of shit, Clark Gregg. There is nothing cool about Captain Marvel. No one likes her. She's not relatable, and she's a hateful feminazi. She will never be Wonder Woman. What's great about Wonder Woman is that she's positive, loving, a real feminist icon, and a badass. Which is why Wonder Woman will always be more popular than Captain Feminazi.
Sucker for the thing where people are having to really understand on a deeper level who they are in a way that they never would have imagined. Forget that she's a woman. Just a great origin story, period. Someday we will look back and be like, it was a big deal that she was a woman? It'll seem silly. There are people who get very bent out of shape about the fact that she's a woman and that Brie's a woman and wants to see women moving into an equal place in humanity to men. Sad. It must be sad to be that kind of dinosaur wandering toward the tar pits.
Again, no one has an issue with her being a woman. If you want people to forget that she's a woman, stop bringing it up. At least Wonder Woman never had this problem and did well at the box office. Captain Feminazi, on the other hand, gets backlash because of the negative comments Brie Larson said about white men, just like you're getting backlash for the negative comments you said about the fans. Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins never had this problem. You wanna know why? Because they didn't go out of their way to insult fans. Get a clue and take some notes from them, you dumb cuck. The only dinosaur here is you, due to how old you are and how dumb you are. You obviously don't have a clue and you're just making shit up instead of sticking to the facts. Anyways, the rest of the video kinda repeats itself from what was said earlier as I was going through this video. Clark Gregg is a very dumb cuck, and it definitely shows. His negative and hateful comments towards the fans is certainly going to cause a negative effect on his career. This is why you need to keep politics out of comic book films and TV shows. Disney and Marvel certainly isn't getting the memo, which will cause them to go broke. That's all I have to say. Tune in next time for more truth, logic, and common sense.